There's something we all secretly love. That moment when someone gets put in their place, especially when they were being rude to begin with. And when that someone is an interviewer who tries to be clever, sarcastic, or flat out disrespectful to a comedian.
You're talking about me as if I'm not here and as if I'm an extraterrestrial.
I mean, you can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Well, they usually don't stand a chance. Comedians make a living off quick wit, timing, and turning uncomfortable situations into comedy gold. So today, we're counting down 10 of the best moments when comedians shut down rude interviewers with class, humor, and just the right amount of savage. Bill Burr's logical destruction. Bill Burr is known for roasting interviewers without ever losing his cool. In one talk show appearance, he was accused of telling offensive jokes. Instead of apologizing, he asked the host to quote the joke and explain what part offended them.
So your Christian background is part of the show? Or
yes, and I wanted to talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far. So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and stuff like that?
They couldn't. He then challenged them to define the line between offensive and funny.
Yeah, I mean, we did maybe 2 jokes about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon.
Burr's calm, direct logic left them flustered and scrambling. Amy Schumer and the body question. In an interview, Amy was asked why she always made jokes about her weight or appearance. Clearly a passive-aggressive question. Her response? Because I'm comfortable with myself. Are you?
I had a really cool weight gain last winter. Like, has anyone ever had the kind of weight gain where, like, your coats don't fit? You know, not if it's your pants.
Planning to have one this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the week to do it. But if it's your jeans, you're like, they shrunk. But if it's like a pea coat.
It wasn't loud or flashy, just a cold slice of truth that flipped the awkwardness right back onto the interviewer. Zach Galifianakis versus everyone on Between Two Ferns. Although scripted, Between Two Ferns perfectly satirizes what real-life rude interviews can feel like. Zach constantly throws awkward, borderline insulting questions at his guests. But what makes these moments golden is how often the guests fire right back. When he interviewed President Obama and asked, "What's it like to be the last black president?" Obama responded without hesitation, "What's it like for this to be the last time you ever talk to a president?"
I have to know, what is it like to be the last black president?
Seriously? What's it like for this to be the last time you ever talk to a president?
It must kind of stink, though, that you can't run, 3 times.
No, actually, I think it's a good idea. If I ran a 3rd time, it'd be sort of like doing a 3rd Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it?
A perfect burn, all in one smooth sentence. Joan Rivers walks off CNN. When CNN's Frederica Whitfield tried to press Joan Rivers about her fashion critiques being mean, Joan didn't play along. She defended her comedy, called out the double standard women face, and when it became clear the interview was more of an ambush than a conversation.
You've got best-selling books, you sell out on stage, even with your fashion critiquing, while it's very mean in some ways, people can't wait to hear what you have to say. Really? It's not mean?
It's not mean. I tell the truth. I'm sure I say the same things that all your viewers say to their friends sitting next to them on the couch.
You're not really worried about feelings being hurt?
Well, not when it's about dresses. It's not about them. It's about clothing.
On the cover of your book, you're wearing a fur, and you knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yeah,
shut up.
I'm talking.
Joan stood up, pulled off her mic, and walked off the set.
I'm going. I really am going because all you have done is negative.
No!
All you have done is negative. I haven't heard net. I make people laugh for 50 years. I am put on earth to make people laugh. My book is funny. I wear fur that was killed 15 years ago. I work for animal rights. Stop it with, and you do this, and you're mean, and you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
Are we serious?
It was bold, classic Joan, and a reminder that not every interview deserves your time. Russell Brand outsmarts a UK morning show. Russell Brand appeared on a morning show where the hosts were weirdly unprepared and condescending. They talked about him like he wasn't in the room, mispronounced things, and made awkward comments.
You know what happens if you work in media? People like to change the information so that it suits a particular agenda. If you're in a room with people, then what you're saying is clear. If you say something that people are confused about, you can explain it to them then. If you say something as a joke, people can't pretend that you're saying it seriously.
But Russell flipped it into a live comedy routine. He exposed their lack of professionalism and even started calling them out, politely but sharply.
This is my first
brand experience.
Yeah. I think it's not listening to him, it's experience. It's just sort of taking it all in.
You are talking about me as if I'm not here and as if I'm an extraterrestrial. You know I'm from a country that's near to you.
Window dummy. We're just sort of admiring the whole, it's the whole thing, isn't it?
Well, thank you for your casual objectification. Is this what you all do for a living?
Yes.
Okay, but I'm here to... Okay, well, let me help you. I'm here to promote a tour called Messiah Complex. It's here for the people of America. I want the people of America to come and see me do stand-up. Go to russellbrand.tv where you can purchase tickets to see me.
He turned a hostile space into his stage, and they were clearly outmatched. Tiffany Haddish shuts down tone policing. On the red carpet, a reporter asked Tiffany Haddish if she ever felt pressure to tone it down now that she was famous. Without missing a beat, Tiffany smiled and said, "Why would I do that? God made me this way, loud and proud."
Did we do a little costume change?
I'm not wearing a costume. I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's called an evening gown, darling. This is not, no one's paying me for this. I paid for it. It's custom. Thank you.
Time of death for me right now. Gorgeous.
This is not an acting gig. This is my life. This what fame look like. This what success look like. This what money look like. This what it look like. It's what it look like.
In one sentence, she destroyed the implication behind the question and made it clear she wasn't changing for anyone. Jerry Seinfeld on why nothing still wins. An interviewer once implied that Seinfeld was overrated because it was a show about nothing. Jerry, with a calm smile, replied, "If it was about nothing and still this successful, maybe that says something about everything else on TV."
You gave it up, right?
I did, sir.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Is
this still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also. But I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. Do you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers. Last episode.
It was a perfect example of how to stay classy while completely flipping an insult into a compliment. Kevin Hart and the typecast question. During a press interview, someone asked Kevin Hart if he worried about being typecast as the funny black guy. Kevin leaned in and said, "I don't worry about it because I'm doing what I love, making people laugh. If I'm being typecast as successful, I'll take it."
I don't fucking like it. My name on my bag. Don't touch my bag. You touch my bag, I'll tell. I'll fucking tell. I'll never forget it. It's a true story. We're landing in Mexico. Planes go down.
With charm and precision, he turned a potentially loaded question into a celebration of his career. Robin Williams turns awkward into art. Robin Williams didn't confront rude questions with anger. He turned them into improv gold. When someone asked a weird or inappropriate question, he would run with it, make a scene out of it, and leave everyone laughing.
You haven't been married that long, I guess. Let me just check and see.
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
open, I'm afraid.
I don't think so. I just think it's trying to get out.
Oh.
Is it open? Wait.
Yeah, it looked a little open when you came out. I'm trying to prevent some kind of embarrassment.
Not at all. Let's just do the puppet show and get it over with. Hi, boys and girls. You're not going to choke me, are you?
His charm overwhelmed awkwardness, turning potential tension into spontaneous magic every time. Chelsea Handler calls out sexist questions. Chelsea Handler has never been afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone. In one interview, she was asked if she felt bad for sleeping with people to get ahead in Hollywood, a question soaked in sexism. Chelsea stared directly at the interviewer and said, "Would you ask a man that? Number so don't ask me."
In the middle of the commercial break, I want your viewers to know, they must know because they're probably following you on Twitter. You can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Keeping my attention. That's
Well,
more
but
of an issue
that's
for you
not
than
my
me.
problem.
What is your problem?
This is your show. You have to pay attention to the guests that you invited on your
If
show.
they're interesting enough.
Listen, it doesn't matter how interesting I am. You signed up for this job.
Of course it does.
Well, maybe that's why your job is coming to an end.
Wow.
The crowd applauded. It was a strong, no-nonsense moment that shut the door on the conversation and made a point that needed to be made. The power of the comeback. All these moments share a common thread. Comedians using wit, confidence, and timing to take control of interviews gone wrong. These aren't just funny clips. They're powerful reminders that humor can be both armor and weapon. Whether it's a walkout, a clapback, or a smile that cuts deeper than words, these comedians show us how to shut down disrespect without losing your cool.